The students are taking their time lining up. I apologize for the delay. Who knew that that would be the hardest part? Yes, trying to figure out the alphabet would be the hardest part. Doing medicine is the easy part. I'm going to make sure I silence my phone, just modeling good behavior here in case anybody else wants to do the same. And I'm still waiting to see their bright and shiny faces and have them come forward. Is my mic on? Doesn't sound like it's on? Okay. I'm still waiting on them, so I apologize. Yeah, I'm ready for them. Go for it. And then you can curl around the other way, maybe? Yeah, be careful. I'll make you work. Assess that ankle. Okay. Distinguished guests, the President of the University, faculty, staff, students, family, friends, and those gathered virtually, I want to welcome everyone to the Mary Baldwin University Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences White Coat Ceremony for the class of 2023. For the past 3 years, our ceremonies have been downsized to minimize the risk of COVID. That's not the case today, that's obvious, and we're very glad that so many people have joined us today. We said, oh, we can handle everybody, and then everybody came. So we're more than happy to have everybody. I'm going to start the ceremony by inviting Katie Lowe, our college chaplain, to come forward and lead us in an invocation.
Good afternoon. Please join me in ways that are comfortable for you in a spirit of prayer. On this important day, we call upon the sacredness of our work together. As each of us are carrying breath, may the breath of our divine sources move with us and through us to guide and care for us as we are called to care for others. As these students reflect on their intensive coursework and celebrate their accomplishments, bless this group of healers and grant them courage, compassion, and deep joy. Let their commitment to serve humanity be met with the support of colleagues, mentors, friends, and family. As they provide comfort, let them find comfort in turn. Allow the white coats that they receive today to symbolize change in our communities and in the world, that through challenges and trials, heavy demands and clinicals, simulations and classrooms alike, those at Murphy Deming will be kept whole in body, mind, and spirit so that they can fulfill their aspirations and meet the world's needs. Bring a spirit to fall fresh for our launch into destiny, the destiny symbolized in white coats draped upon the shoulders, not for superheroes, but for standing together as one, carried through time and space on the interwoven fabric of faith, healing, support, and love. Amen.
A white coat is a rite of passage. During the first week of classes, these students came forward and received their first white coat you may have watched online. It was short. It represented their beginning as healthcare professionals, their commitment to acquire knowledge and skills, and their commitment to professional development. These students practiced their physical exams on each other with these white coats on. They performed numerous practical exams with these coats on. And for the past year, they have lived in these coats, obtaining histories, performing exams, and counseling patients. It has become a regular part of their identity. Now, 2.5 years later, after receiving their white short coats, they are ready to receive another one, a longer coat, one that recognizes their hard work and achievements. But it is still an outward symbol of their dedication of competent and compassionate care. Today, we're also starting a new tradition. While the faculty get to invest you with your white coats, we want to recognize those individuals who helped you along the way, your family and friends. In each of your coat pockets, you'll find a special lapel pin. It is the badge that's been on your shoulders for all these years. After the ceremony and during the reception out on the patio, we'll pause and take a moment to allow those people who are special in your lives to put this pin on you, to recognize the support that they have given you on this journey so that you can wear this with pride, carrying our name forward and also honoring those people that helped you to get here. I want to recognize our distinguished guests today. Welcome to Gabby McCree and Sue Whitlock from the Board of Trustees, Vice President Jeffries, that will be joining us in a little bit, and Interim VP Dr. Stevens. We're overjoyed that you can all celebrate with us today. But today we need a special welcome to our retiring president, Dr. Fox. You stood in a field across from the hospital and envisioned a beautiful building with dedicated faculty, a place of learning and inspiration, and you guided the university to see that vision into reality. I would like to invite you forward to receive our token of your commitment to this program by getting your first lapel pin. I want to welcome Dr. Sue Stevens forward, our dean, to the podium to extend her welcome. Dr. Stevens has worked incredibly hard to steer the ship through our leadership transition. Thank you for your stewardship. And after her welcome, I will turn the ceremony over to Dr. Farley, our medical director and beloved professor.
I'm not as tall as Dr. Didactic, so. I would just like to add my welcome to everyone, both in person and watching through our virtual stream. I'm so thankful we have this technology to allow those who can't attend in person an opportunity to join us in this very important occasion to recognize this transformational moment that we are all experiencing today. I will say it is lovely to see everyone's smiling faces. I think this might actually be the first time I've seen them, because you spent most of your 2 years here in the building behind a mask. You have endured so much on your path to today. In addition to the typical stresses of grad school, you've dealt with being in pods, quarantines, learning in masks with extra PPE, the uncertainty of what new wrinkle the pandemic was going to throw at us next. It seemed like the governor's office and the CDC were changing things almost daily for a while. You know, I came across the tape measure in my desk this morning, and it brought back memories of measuring the distance between the chairs and the tables in the classrooms and here in the atrium, figuring out how we could fit the 40 of you in one space, how many sections of labs we would need to be able to continue, so you could continue your learning. So I'm even happier that we're all here today and there's not a mask in sight and we are not 6 feet apart. So. But you have done amazing things with your time here. You stepped up pretty much as soon as you entered the building, volunteering with testing clinics and vaccination clinics. You were out in the community at the height of various surges in the pandemic. You have become advocates for your patients about health disparities in minority populations. You've rocked your clinical rotations. I've heard about you. You've been described as enthusiastic, excellent communication and interpersonal skills, strong medical knowledge, and compassionate. And by no small feat, you have made it through an in-person PA program during a global pandemic when it seemed like the whole world was hunkered down at home. You have read, studied, written, practiced, tested, defended, laughed, probably cried together. Well, 6 feet apart together. So you have formed strong bonds that can only come from such a shared experience with each other, your faculty, and Mary Baldwin. And that will endure throughout your career. You are ready for the next step in your journey as you trade in your short student white coat and get your nice long practitioner white coat. The tradition of the white coat has evolved over time, separating professionals practicing evidence-based healthcare from the scores of snake oil salesmen of the day. The coat now represents professionalism, patient-centered and evidence-based care, and being part of a collaborative and interprofessional team. I especially like the way Dr. Serena Amin describes the importance of the white coat and her experience as a medical student. It symbolizes the vow to provide comprehensive and compassionate patient care, the oath to define each patient as a person and not their illness, and the promise to keep the patient's best interest at heart. I am fortunate enough to have the opportunity to talk with each incoming class during orientation, and you may not remember this. It's all about policies and social media and all of that. And truthfully, I was on Zoom in quarantine myself on your first orientation day. So I miss being with you in person. But we also discussed that your days of being just a student were over, beginning on that very first orientation day. Before your first class ever, you had already started taking steps to this day right here, becoming a physician assistant. And we were there to teach you and support and guide you as you navigated learning the knowledge, the skills, and dispositions of a PA. And we stand here with you today as you take this next important step in your journey. Also, remember what the white coat means itself. It is more than just a white coat. This is your mantle. Strive to always pursue the tenets of the white coat. I have been around long enough to remember, and so has many of your faculty, to remember the triple aim or the quadruple aim. Well, now there are 6 aims by the National Academy of Medicine to help us for the healthcare system. And these serve us as individual practitioners as well. Be a safe practitioner. Do no harm. That's the Hippocratic Oath, right? Be an effective practitioner. Provide care based on scientific knowledge to all who could benefit, but don't provide care to those who are unlikely to benefit. Be a patient-centered practitioner. Provide care that is respectful of and responsible to your individual patient's preferences, needs, and values, ensuring that patient values guide all of your clinical decisions. Be an advocate for each individual patient. Be timely in your practice. Try to reduce waits and harmful delays in care. Be efficient, avoiding waste with equipment, supplies, ideas, and energy. And provide equitable care to your patients, providing care that does not vary in quality because of personal characteristics, such as gender, ethnicity, geographic location, or socioeconomic status. Remember these aims. They will serve you well throughout your career. I am so happy to be gaining each of you as a colleague in your long white coats. Stay in touch. We can't wait to hear about all of your new experiences and accomplishments. And again, I just offer congratulations.
Hello. Long time no see. It is my pleasure to acknowledge the faculty today. They are passionate, creative, and inspiring. And through incredibly hard work, they remained so during the pandemic. Their ability to create hybrid educational experiences and keep our students in person for every clinical rotation was amazing. If you thought the students were stressed out by the pandemic, the faculty were equally so. And they had to continue their clinical work on top of it all. These individuals have been inspirational in their hard work. Please stand and remain standing as I call your names. Our Director of Clinical Education, responsible for placing and looking after all our students in their clinical rotations, even during a pandemic, is Whit Werman. Our Director of Didactic Education and last year's Outstanding Faculty Member Award is Jennifer Hunt. Unfortunately, she could not be with us tonight as she is currently headed to Nashville with our runner-up, state runner-up Quiz Bowl team to compete at the National PA Education Conference. Our core faculty also includes Professors Emily Green, Megan 80 could also not be with us today as she just had a baby this afternoon. The baby boy, no name yet. No name baby boy. Caitlin Powers. And last but not least, Dr. Felicia Esteban. Felicia. Our clinical assistant, especially assistant to Whit Werman, is Emily Ann DePoy. Is she here? Who is not here as well. And finally, our beloved administrative assistant, whom our students have lovingly called Queen Donna. Oh, I didn't get, the rest of the names were taken off. I'm going to do them anyway. Queen Donna, Angel Donna, Goddess Donna, amongst others. The glue who holds our program together, Donna Blitz. I forgot Mama Donna as well. And now, okay, you may be seated. I'm going to present some of our faculty and clinical partners for their reflections. First of all, from our didactic faculty, I would like to invite our longest serving didactic faculty member, who also happens to be a two-time previous Outstanding Faculty Member winner, Professor Emily Green, to share her thoughts and reflections.
I told you not to say that because it would make me sound old. This class is very special to me. And as I was thinking about your reflecting on you all in your didactic phase, I thought about a particular moment in pharmacology class. So I teach pharmacology, and I often ask the students to write prescriptions as practice. And so for learning purposes, I put together a slideshow of anonymous, de-identified prescriptions with errors that the students had written. And I thought, it doesn't matter who made the error. They're de-identified. We're all just going to learn from this mistake. So the first slide shows up on the screen, and I say, okay, we're going to talk about what's wrong with this prescription. And Matt Doolin goes, oh, that's mine. And sort of like shocked, we all just went like, oh, round of applause for Matt Doolin for like fessing up to his mistake. And then like the next slide comes up, And another student, it might have been Kayla, goes like, oh, that one's mine. And then on down the line, every like messed up prescription I'm showing, every one of you like identifies, raises your hand, and we all gave a huge round of applause for every person who was like fessing up to their mistake on a prescription and all getting to learn together. So a few weeks later, I actually made a mistake in one of my pharmacology lectures, pointed out to me by Cal Lockley, to be sure. I can only imagine. And I was flustered and I was embarrassed, and as I'm kind of backtracking and trying to fix my slide and thinking like, oh no, what have I done? What do you think this class does? But give me a huge round of applause for my mistake. And I so appreciated it that we could learn together and start working on a culture of being vulnerable and having a sense of humor together. Ooh, that moves. Which really brought us together. And it's also made me think about perfectionism that plagues us all. And I think you all are here because of a little bit of perfectionism, and that's a really good thing in medicine. But I also think that it can lead to anxiety, depression, self-harm, and burnout when we fall prey to the 3 types of perfectionism. The first type being self-oriented, having an unrealistic expectation of yourself. The second being other-oriented, having an unrealistic expectation of others. And the third is, maybe you felt this from us, I hope not, the socially prescribed type of perfectionism, where you would feel that people and society require you to be perfect. So today, as you guys are going out to start your careers in medicine, I want to encourage you to reject perfectionism. Instead, I want to first ask you to be kind. I want you to be kind to your patients, and I will come get you if you're not. Just kidding, I won't. Be kind to your patients, and as I've said so many times before to you, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Secondly, and equally important, I want you to be safe. Ask questions. Be wrong. Stay humble. Strive for and help create a culture of compassion and collaboration in medicine rather than the more common culture of competition we often see. And finally, I want you to be really good. Not perfect, but really good. And I know this class of 2023 will be.
To present a perspective from the clinical faculty, we've asked Dr. Eric Petruski to do so. This year, he is a pediatrician in Florida and one of our best and most popular preceptors. And as you would have soon found out, he is also the winner of our Preceptor of the Year award. He is not here, so we are going to see a video presentation.
Hello, everyone. I am really honored to accept this award, but even more so by Mary Baldwin's trust in me and our practice to provide its students with an essential and core part of their clinical education by allowing us the opportunity to host students from your school. Just as important in providing excellent care for my patients is also caring for my wonderful students. One of our greatest pleasures is having medical and PA students spend time in our office, learning and studying in a non-pressured environment. I have been teaching medical students since residency. I try to give each of my students personal attention so they have an understanding of the whole body approach to caring for children by becoming familiar with their developmental stages, the sequencing of the physical exam along with exam tips and tricks, gaining an understanding of the salient points of the history and physical and how they support the diagnosis at hand, formulating a differential diagnosis, and learning to construct an individualized treatment plan. I tell each of you on day one that infants and children are unique and that one of the goals of the rotation is to become familiar with some of the more common pediatric problems and complaints, as well as to just feel comfortable being around children and examining them. My wife, who also doubles as the office manager, gives you the basics of the front office responsibilities, how to perform in-office laboratory tests, and even more importantly, shares recipes and gives you highlights and ongoings of what to do while you were in town. Yes, there are many responsibilities that we want you to perform and learn from, but pediatrics is a different bird, not only because of the wide variety of ages of children with whom we work, the varying stages of development, the many variations of normal, and the multitude of different presentations of various disease states, but also the general unpredictability of what children say and do and how they react. Students generally come into the rotation with little experience in their interactions with children. This is normal and expected. It is always interesting to watch with great pride the transformation of students from the first week, where many are quite intimidated by neonates and young babies and toddlers, to the latter weeks of the rotation, when they are able to complete a very detailed infant exam with a renewed sense of confidence and professionalism. To watch you walk out of the exam room with a big smile on your face to present your findings to me gives me great joy. As a pediatrician, we are focused on our patients' developmental milestones. As a clinical academic pediatrician teaching pre-graduate medical and PA students, we are also focused on the progressive meeting of milestones of our students. And this is a major one, when a student feels comfortable and confident in their own abilities. However, you will quickly learn that you are only as adept as the last patient you examine, especially when your next patient is a big, strong, and unsettled 15-month-old. Practicing and teaching clinical pediatric medicine is tremendously rewarding. To have the ability to help someone medically and emotionally at perhaps their greatest time of need, and to do so with compassion, empathy, and respect is an honor and a privilege. You will all experience this. When students are on our rotation, I stress 3 examination points, which can also be applicable to help guide oneself in everyday life. I thought it would be appropriate to briefly share them with you today. First, observation is a powerful tool. As in baseball, one should always keep one's eye on the ball. In medicine, keep your eyes on the patient, not on your phone, tablet, computer screen, or your watch. You are there for the patient. Honor them by listening to them, by giving them eye contact, by giving them your undivided attention, by looking at their appearance, how they hold themselves, their facial expressions, their affect, and their activity level, as well as their gait patterns as they walk into or exit the exam room. You will find important details that may assist you with your diagnosis. Take the time to really get to know your patient. But don't forget, it's a two-way street. Your patients will be looking at you and reading you as well and sizing you up. In return, you will hopefully gain their trust, their confidence, and the opportunity to gain a better understanding of that individual sitting in the exam room before you. Remember, trust is earned. It is not owed to us just because of the initials at the end of our names, and we must earn that trust every day. In life, observe and be aware of your surroundings. Take note and observe where you are, where you have been, and don't be afraid to adjust your course to where you are going. You are your own GPS. Second, listen with your ears, your brain, and with your heart. Understand how your patient is really feeling. Always show empathy and compassion. We are all intellectual, emotional, and spiritual beings. Relate to your patient as best you can. Avoid being judgmental. Ensure that your place of practice is one that is safe so that those that come to seek your advice can speak to you with honesty and without fear. Always put the needs of your patient first. In life, listen to your inner voice and to those that you trust. If all else fails, go with your gut. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Treat your patients as well as others with the kindness they deserve. Kindness is not weakness. Kindness is the strength we need to show when someone is at their weakest. It is the compassion we give when they are hurting the most. Third, never underestimate the sense of touch and palpation. As a doctor of osteopathic medicine, this is crucial. Listen to your patient with your hands. Touch is a powerful tool as it allows one to determine the body's true form and function. Just as important, touch is a powerful means of communication. The appropriate sense of touch has the ability to foster the physician-patient relationship as well as nurture one's sense of well-being. It can assist in reducing the patient's stress, anxiety, fearfulness, heart rate, and blood pressure. Remember to use it both diagnostically and therapeutically to reassure your patient. In life, To feel is your tactile agility. If all else fails, feel your way around whatever terrain you find yourself to maintain or change your course. Always have a plan, but be flexible with that plan. Pay attention to the ever-changing reality in front of you. Remember to always be a lifelong learner. Always try to stay abreast of current changes in medicine. Always model good behavior. We are all patients of somebody. Remember to treat others as you would wish to be treated. For those of you who visited us here in Sarasota, it has been an honor to see you grow personally and professionally, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of your journey. Your perseverance, hard work, and strength of character have taken you to this moment, and you are ready to use your training and knowledge to make the world a better place for the rest of us. Today is a huge step forward in your future, and I cannot wait to see what becomes of it. I wish I could be there with you for your ceremony, but I hope you know that I'm thinking of you and wish you all the best. Congratulations again. Lori, Sophie, and I wish you continued success and happiness. Thank you so much.
And finally, Mr. John Mack serves as the Chief Operating Officer of Augusta Medical Group, the healthcare provider branch of Augusta Health, our largest community partner. John has been a guest lecturer and lab assistant for our program and a strong advocate for the PA profession and our program both in Augusta Health and in our larger community since he came to the Valley 5 years ago. I would like to invite Mr. Mack to the stage for his reflections.
Hi, team. How's the Central Lines going? Good? No pneumothorax, right? What an amazing day. Good afternoon, and I thank you, members of the Mercy Deming Mary Baldwin University Board of Directors, administration, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the class of 2023. Thanks so much for having me here today. It is an honor and a privilege. As I entered the building today and walked through the halls of this great institution, my mind couldn't help but be flooded with the many memories of my own white coat ceremony. Over 25 years ago, a little bit more hair, a lot less money, I entered the halls of Touro College for the first time. Somewhat reserved, not knowing what to expect and how I was going to perform, questioning myself whether I possessed the foundation or the personal drive to succeed. But it's amazing what 2 years can do. Today I look over this group. The faces are not uncertain. Well-poised individuals with faces which reflects much different message. They convey confidence, and they are ready to take on the challenges of health and patient care. When I was thinking about what I would speak to you about today, I was reminded of a Saturday morning sitting there on our couch with our young children, and there comes Sesame Street. And you remember that individual called the Count. He says, the letter of today is P. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. And I guess it all starts with the ABCs, does it not? And I'm not talking about airway breathing CAT scan. But I started to think about my why factor, the basis of why I chose to enter this fine profession. It's because I believed in the philosophy, and that's people-focused, patient-centric, partnership-oriented. And those are my guiding principles even to this day. Fast forward through 25 years, each time I begin to seek out a new employer, a new organization, people I want to work with and work for. I keep those thoughts in mind. I sought out organizations that were professional, but not stuffy, positioned for the future success in an ever-changing healthcare landscape, but most importantly, an organization that was community-minded, community-focused, and patient-centric principles. Now, I've lived here 5 years in this beautiful Shenandoah Valley, and I have got the privilege of working right next door at Augusta Health with a fine team. And I'll tell you, over the last 5 years, I have not been disappointed. What I've come to know is that you have worked with many of our providers each and every day to improve the quality of life of our community and the patients that we serve. So for that, I thank you very much. I am confident that Augusta Health and Murphy Deming are well positioned to sustain challenges ahead and are making and encouraging us that every decision that we make are based and rooted in the patient and the community. It may sound like common sense, but to actually live and work by these principles in today's bottom line oriented healthcare industry is quite novel. I am reminded of an operations meeting where my CEO and president turned to a bunch of executives and said, "Why do we spend so much time and spend so much money trying to deliver quality care?" You should have seen the faces of the rooms of the execs. He finally said, "Well, I'll tell you. First, it's the right thing to do. Second, it is the right thing to do. And third and lastly, darn it, it's just the right thing to do." Each and every day of your training and for what I hope are years of personal and professional gratifying practice, you will attempt to do the right things by your patient. All of us being part of a global healthcare system where the costs of doing those right things are not always rewarded for doing the right things. It almost doesn't seem logical. Despite all the challenges surrounding things like patient panels, profits, practice guidelines, production, payment, and yes, you'll get there, even your own paycheck, we can never lose sight that we are first and foremost people. People who need to partner around a common principle to support our medical practice and deliver the care that, as we will all experience someday as patients. And that, my friends, is the letter of the day, P. But that's only the beginning. I must remind myself that my accomplishments as a clinician and as a person are not since Toro, but because of Toro, and I hope someday you will stand here and say the same thing about Murphy Deming. We have been extremely fortunate to have been instructed by individuals who spend their careers volunteering their knowledge of the human condition and the treatment of acute and chronic illness. I hope you would agree with me that a person who volunteers like that chooses to act in recognition of a need, with an attitude of social responsibility without concern or expectations of personal gain or monetary profit, who goes above and beyond what is necessary to even their own well-being. We have all been fortunate to work for a healthcare system where we are continually reminded of the inequities of this world and the pain and suffering associated with illness and disability. This, I share with you, will be your blessing and your curse. For you will find, as you embark on your careers as providers, the patient can and will be the source of your greatest rewards and frustrations. Our founding father, Dr. Eugene said, "This patient needs a good doctor." What I know he meant was this patient needs a good PA. And I am confident that you are going to be those. Again, I thank you, each and every one of us, for this fine honor and a special privilege. I congratulate you, the class of 2023, and all the recipients of today's awards, and I am privileged to be counted amongst you as a colleague. I ask that you continue to give back, get involved, volunteer, and as so many of your mentors here at Murphy have done. I encourage you to please be mindful of the healthcare system and the many reforms that plague its ability to do the right thing. I thank you, the administration, for your ongoing support of this extremely fine program. And most importantly, I thank the individuals that we serve and the families that give us the time of sharing their lives with us. Congratulations.
I would like to ask the class president and vice president to stand and receive our thanks. Travis Morgan served as class president, and Mindy Way as vice president. Thank you both for your service to your classmates and to the school. Mr. Morgan will present a few remarks at this time.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Travis Morgan, the president of the PA class of 2023. First, I would like to say thank you to everyone who could be here today, to those watching from afar, and to those who are here with us in spirit. Thank you to all of our families and friends, our faculty and staff, our preceptors and mentors, and to all of those who have supported and guided us during our time at Murphy Deming. The past 27 months have most definitely been a journey. But through the ups and the downs, we stand here today to receive our long white coats, a signifying moment that defines our transition from student to provider. When we first arrived here in our campus, we endured many challenges, choices, and changes. We walked into an unfamiliar place with unfamiliar faces. From quizzes and exams, practicals and assessments, we've officially crossed the finish line and are now fully equipped with the knowledge and skills to practice medicine as PAs. We have learned many things during didactic and clinical year, but one of the most valuable lessons we have learned is how to be a patient advocate and to stand up for those who are most in need of our help. We have learned to do what is right for our patients and to provide safe and compassionate healthcare to all. When I was in the 2nd grade, my grandfather sat me down and asked me the meaning of the word integrity. And of course, little 8-year-old me said, I don't know. But he told me it means doing the right thing even when no one is looking. And that is something that has stuck with me since then, and I know I will follow when providing care to others. And I trust my fellow classmates, and now colleagues, will do the same for their patients. Go out there, be brave and courageous, stand up for what's right, and every day be a PA of integrity. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2023.
I would like to ask the students to stand, and I would like to ask Professor Werman to come forward and lead us in the recitation of the PA professional oath.
I pledge, let's go. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-malfeasance, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge with the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. So I want to say just one tiny thing. I wanted to thank you all for the respect, the support, and everything we went through together. I couldn't have done it without you.
Okay. It is now time for presenting your white coats. First, however, some housekeeping. I will ask that one row stand at a time, so I guess you can sit now. Starting with the front row. Good job, guys. Then head over to your left, curl around to the back, and come up along the right side of the room. Ooh, Megan 80 will not call out your name. Who is going to call out the name? Dr. Felicia Esteban will call out your name. You will come forward, get your jacket, shake a hand, and turn pause for the photographer. Then you will continue along, head back to your row, and back to your seat. Please be mindful as well of the others so you don't block the photographer or video.
I'm ready. Are you? They're not ready yet. Are we all good? Oh. Natalie Arias. Norlee Beecroft. Am I going? Drew Bowen. Aw. Brittany Bovey. Brovey, I'm sorry. Brovey. Sorry, Brittany. Lily Chavla. Siri Choi. Holly Coriel. Wait.
No.
Matthew Doolin. Megan Enos. Deborah Fang. That's good. Sophia Froberg. Evan Gonzalez. Sorry. Caroline Jompf. Rochelle Lackey. What? Courtney Lamert. Oh, Lamert. Brian Lesnowitz. Now. Cal Lockley. Brianna Lombardi. Mary Mecca.
I know, right? It was enough. Oh, we're getting a picture here. What'd she do? What did she do?
Dayoung Moon. Taylor Mu-Young. Travis Morgan.
All right now.
You okay?
You can do it.
No, I'm fine. Kelly Murphy. Okay, sorry.
Oh, we did it.
Christina O'Connor. Aisha Parikh.
Give it.
Kayla Patnon. Estrella Pedroza. Laura Petulica. Sorry, Petulica. Petulica. Oh, someone wrote it that way for me.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. Just a second. They may move tomorrow too. Okay, all right. It was written out that way for me. I'm sorry. Cole Reynolds. I have it. This is what's written wrong. Look.
It's okay.
Yeah. I got you. We talked. Maria Garcia Rojas. That's Mayumi Smitka. Dat Vo. Madison Waterman. Mindy Way. Sarah Wilson.
Last but not least.
Kathleen Winkert. Congratulations, class of 2023. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Yes, the two of you.
Thanks, everyone. How exciting is this, right? You guys have graduated. There's a baby, right? So I'm absolutely thrilled to be part of this graduating class. You guys welcomed me when I started in April of 2021. Sometimes that feels like a lifetime ago, right? But sometimes it really just feels like yesterday. I know you guys can all relate to that. I know you're all going to go on to do great and big things, but I just want to remind you not to focus on the small and the meaningful. Take time and hold space for the stories of your patients. Our ability to listen, not treat, is the single most powerful tool in medicine. I'm honored to have first called you students, then friends, and now colleagues. Congratulations. I get to present some awards, right?
So it is with great pleasure that I present the following awards on behalf of the Mary Baldwin PA program faculty and staff. When I call your name, please come forward to receive your award. The Didactic Excellence Award is given to the student with the highest GPA in the didactic year. With multiple 4.0 students in this class, we actually had to break down GPAs to the 100th decimal point. Congratulations to Megan Enos. The Clinical Excellence Award is given to the student with the highest GPA in the clinical year. Congratulations to Mindy Way. The PA Student of the Year Award is decided by the PA Program Director and the PA faculty. The award is given to a student that exemplifies the traits and qualities of an outstanding physician assistant. This student has and continues to impress me with her optimism and enthusiasm. We look forward to hearing about the positive impact she will have in her healthcare community upon graduation. Congratulations to Holly Coriel. The Linda Seastead Stanford Leadership Award, that's a mouthful, is given at commencements to graduates who exhibit excellence in academics, clinical performance, and in service and leadership activities during their time in the program. This student was also nominated by Donna for Best Hair, although time constraints do not allow for the creation of new award categories. Congratulations to Cole Reynolds. The following awards were chosen by the members of the class of 2023. It is my absolute pleasure to announce the Outstanding Faculty Award. The students want to make sure you know how appreciated you are and allowed me to speak on their behalf, noting, you always gave us 110%. Your enthusiasm was infectious. You advocated for us. You supported us. You taught us how to be PAs. But more importantly, you taught us how to explore our curiosities and to strive for our own version of success. Congratulations to the Miss Emily Green. Next, we have the Outstanding Lecturer Award. This individual made course content fun and engaging with a friendly nature and approachability that really stuck with the students. Although he could unfortunately not be here today, congratulations to Dr. Alan Hardy. Next, and Farley leaked this earlier, we have the Outstanding Preceptor Award. The students appreciated your dedication to teaching and their learning. They felt supported and encouraged while on rotation with you, one even remarking this was the, quote, best rotation I could have asked for. Congratulations to Dr. Eric Petruski. And finally, I would like to conclude this award ceremony by celebrating those students inducted into the Pi Alpha Honor Society, which recognizes students who have performed at the highest level across both phases of the program, didactic and clinical. Membership signifies inductees' significant academic achievements and honors them for their leadership, community, and professional service. Please congratulate the following: Suri Choi, Holly Coriel, Megan Enos, Mindy Way, and Sarah Wilson. This year, we also have the privilege to induct 2 faculty members into the Pi Alpha Society. I would like to invite Emily Green forward for recognition.
Should I buy a bottle ticket?
Our other inductee is Jennifer Hunt, who's traveling with the students to the national competition in Nashville. Thank you guys, and congratulations. I believe the class of 2023 has put together a video for you, and hopefully that'll be rolling right about now.
when Taylor turned that in and it was 18 minutes long, she said, should I shorten it? I said, in no way, shape, or form can you shorten that. Thank you. All right, as we come to this close, I want to recall the words from the hymn for Mary Baldwin that I believe speak to this special moment. Friendship, honor, sorrow, laughter are the ways by which we learn. Knowledge first, then wisdom after, love that seeks not for return. When we reach the last tomorrow, our days in class on field, we will know how we must borrow Mary Baldwin from thy yield. Today, we celebrate your growth over the past 2.5 years. You are pretty amazing. We celebrate your resilience to complete a PA program during the pandemic. Not only have you survived, but you have blossomed. The faculty welcome you as colleagues in healthcare, and all of us gathered today celebrate the start of your journey. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, friends, and family, I present to you the Mary Baldwin Murphy Deming PA Class of 2023. That concludes our time together. There is a reception on the patio afterwards. Please join us.